Says first, can I get you to say and spell your name out for me?
Candice Puig. Candice Puig.
Puig. Okay. Um, I guess recently you signed with the Raging Cajuns.
Yes.
Um, how exciting was that moment for you, and ultimately why did you choose UL?
It was so exciting. Just being able to visit and learn about the school was just exciting in itself to get the opportunity to get to know the coaches. And the school was gorgeous. And being able to see really a couple players there in their element, how they were with the coaching and just the culture that they bring to softball. I really was looking for that in any school that I wanted to go to. I know I'm a diehard softball fan. I watch softball like if when I'm bored, I put it on YouTube. When there's a game on, I'm watching baseball. I'm a sports fan through and through. I always say I'm a softball fan before I'm a softball player. So I knew I needed that type of culture where softball is really important and sports are just really important. And you can get that in any school in the Sun Belt Conference and especially in Louisiana because over here in LA, there's pro teams everywhere, so the colleges aren't as supported, but there's no pro teams in Louisiana, so they are diehard college fans. And that was a really big thing for me, definitely, because I want to be loved wherever I go. And since Louisiana is a diamond school, baseball and softball, I knew I was going to get that there. And I thrive in those type of atmospheres where the pressure's put on, all the fans in the stands are cheering for you, and I thrive on that. So I knew ultimately that it was the best place for me.
Now, your commitment and signing came a little bit later in the recruiting process. A lot of
Yeah.
the freshmen, incoming freshmen that they had were already signed.
Yeah.
What was your journey? How was it a little bit different? Were there other schools kind of in the mix for you along the way?
Okay, so I got hurt as soon as colleges could start to talk to me, and it was a very weird injury because I got tendonitis, so it wasn't really on a timeline. There was no like, well, you'll be better here. It's just, okay, we'll see how you're doing in a week. We'll see how you're doing in 2 weeks. So that was really discouraging, but just PT, continue to train what I could train in that moment and just controlling the controllables definitely helped. So that was my junior year that I got hurt, and I was hurt for my whole junior year. And my junior summer, I was barely kind of getting back on the rocks, testing the waters. And I did okay. I obviously didn't perform the best to where colleges were the colleges that I wanted were able to offer me because I've always known I want to go out of state. I want to experience that 4 or now 5 years away from home because there's no other way that you're going to get that experience. So I did have offers from in states, D1s, but I knew that wasn't where my heart belonged and I wasn't going to settle. I knew I wasn't going to settle. That was my main goal. And my coach and I had talked about that. Like, we will get there if we have to settle, but you're not going to just commit so you can breathe and like you're not going to go to a place that you don't want to be just so you can say you're committed and just cuz so you can say you're D1. And so that was my junior summer. Then senior fall, I picked up really well. I'm throwing against like other committed signed girls, getting them like striking them out. And that's really good for videos, just being like, hey, coaches, look at this UCLA commit. Look at this. I struck her out, I grounded her out. And just using all of that competition to my advantage, knowing that I'm the better pitcher and I need to capitalize off getting to be able to face them because once you could say that, oh, I faced this girl, but she got hit, but I only faced her once, so like of course she's 1 for 1, that's not that good. But you could also say, oh yeah, I faced her once, she's 0 for 1 off me, I struck her out. It's just not wasting or squandering any opportunity. Really taught me to that really like my recruitment really taught me to not waste any opportunities because there's so little. And my coach always got coaches in front of me. There was no problem of coaches seeing me. I always had eyes on me. I just wasn't my healthiest. And then when I was my healthiest, I couldn't perform due to the lack of experience from when I wasn't healthy. So Then my senior year, I didn't pitch at all in high school. I acted as a DH utility. So I was in the lineup batting fourth or fifth, and then I played outfield and corner infield, just because that's where my team needed me. So summer, I'm feeling discouraged. You know, it's the last summer, it's the last run, and the first tournament happens, and immediate attention is brought to me. There's a bunch of schools that need a 26 pitcher because they're not finding anything in the portal that they necessarily like. So just a bunch of schools coming out to see me, and it was very exhilarating, of course, and I'm just glad that I could get eyes on me to watch my team. Of course, some of the schools weren't ones I wanted to go to, but as long as my teammates were getting eyes on them. So then my second tournament, there was probably double the eyes on me in Colorado. And one of those eyes was Louisiana. And I obviously have heard of their competitive program. And immediately I was like, okay, it's game time. I this is what I've been preparing for. This is my all the mental things that I have worked through. This is what it's for. I have to perform right here, right now. And so I wouldn't say my best game when they came to watch me, but I definitely had one of the better games. Um, so I didn't squander that opportunity. And just after that, talking to Coach Kyle, the pitching coach, it was like so refreshing just hearing like how much he had noticed when I was pitching. Because when you see coaches, they're like, oh, they're not paying attention. They're on their phone. But no, they're always watching you. They're always noticing something. They're always noticing your attitude. They're always noticing how you're reacting to bad things, how you're reacting to good things, how you're celebrating your teammates. And he just noticed all of that. And I loved his attention to detail because, especially as a pitcher, you need attention to every single detail. If something's wrong with your wrist, you could end up hitting the batter or you can end up leaving it down the middle. Attention to detail is very important in pitching. So I really admired that right off the bat as soon as I started talking to him. And from there, I knew that was one of my top schools and it was out of state and it was a competitive Division 1. So it checked off like everything off my list. And I got the opportunity to visit right after Colorado. I didn't come home. I went from Colorado, took a visit to another school, and then from that school, I went down to Louisiana. And as soon as I got there, like Louisiana blew everything out of the water. There was no competition as soon as I experienced everything and just like I said, being able to meet with my future teammates and just hearing their kind of perspective on it and just I knew that I was going to have a place there and I knew I was going to thrive there and I was going to find my home there. So that was really exciting to be able to experience that. It took me a little while. It probably took me a week after my visit to officially decide just because I did have a lot of other schools on the table. And I wanted to make the right decision. Waiting all this time, I didn't want to do it all quick and just make the wrong decision. I've already waited all this time. Another week wasn't going to hurt anything. And Louisiana and the other schools weren't pressuring me. So I really took my time. I made a pros and cons board, everything. And I just sat down with my parents and had probably like a 4 hour discussion. And at the end of the discussion, it was so clear that Louisiana, there was no other logical answer than to go to Louisiana. It had everything that I wanted and everything that I had been searching for the 5 years that I've known that I wanted to play college softball. So it was just a no brainer at that point.
That's a lot that I appreciate you kind of expounding on that. That gives it a good perspective of everything. You mentioned about tendonitis that you were dealing with in your junior season. Was that in your throwing arm and your elbow, and how is that? Are you fully cleared and kind of done dealing with that?
Yeah, so it was from I my sophomore season. I injured my wrist because I got a comebacker at line drive at me and it for my wrist, and I came back way too soon and because I had playoffs. So I came back for playoffs because they needed me. So I came back, my wrist wasn't fully healed, and I was overcompensating using my elbow. So that's where I got the tendonitis. And then just not realizing that I'm still overcompensating that whole sophomore summer and just knowing something's wrong, but not knowing what. And then I finally figured it out my junior fall, like okay, this is what's happening. Like this is what's messing you up. And you just, it was purely time off and PT. Like there was nothing else I could do. I did get a cortisone shot, but that didn't help at all. I already got a cortisone shot for my wrist too. So it was just kind of unlucky, just the fact that it happened like that for sure, right before my junior season. But yeah, it was from an injury from another injury, and I am fully cleared. I've had no problems. The whole reason I think that it did go on for as long as it did was because I wasn't taking care of my arm the way I should have been, and I was just, throwing and not caring. So now knowing the importance of how much that can mess up your journey, and just knowing how much it could really mess up everything. If you don't stretch correctly, you might not pitch properly in the game. So just stretching, I have a whole routine now that really helps me feel like I'm warm before I even throw the ball.
I got you. I got you. You mentioned about Coach Kyle Brady and how attentive he was, watching you while he was out recruiting. Once y'all were able to kind of have conversations face to face, what was his pitch that he gave to you that ultimately leaned you in the direction to want to take a visit to Louisiana and then ultimately sign with the Raging Cajuns?
I just think the way that he was so excited and over eager to just work with me, because he said, "You have so much left in the tank. I can see it. And the fact that you're already up here and you have so much left in the tank, I could get you to here." He was just so excited, in the way that his face would light up when he was talking about it. He's so passionate, and that's how I am about pitching, about sports. Everything I do it with passion. It's all or nothing with me. So that's something that I admire, because I'm a pitcher. I'm going to be working with him every single day. I have to be able to be on the same page with him and kind of have the same, not necessarily coaching. I have to have the same style as him, and his coaching style fit perfectly with what I was looking for, just the passion and the intent too, because he knew exactly what he was talking about when he was saying it.
Um, Do you think that, because I know you mentioned about the DHing some in your senior year, do you feel like when you get on campus that you'll have the opportunity to potentially hit, especially during fall ball, or are you solely focused on just pitching?
I definitely love hitting. I think it's an art when you're in your zone and hitting. It's amazing what you could do, especially as a pitcher. I think being a pitcher that hits, it gives me an advantage as a hitter. So if I was able to get that, they've definitely talked about giving me the opportunity to hit in fall ball and just seeing what I can do. They've been very open with the fact that I'm going to get every opportunity possible. And if I don't squander it, then they're going to see me out there in the spring. And they've been really open about what their plan is for me. And I like that too, because some of these programs are like, "Oh, you're going to get there and play right away." And that doesn't end up happening. Like, I have a lot of older friends that are already have been in college for 2 years, because of the fact that I've always played up in my age group. So, and they have been promised spots. And that's not how it works in the real life. You have to work for what you deserve, and that's exactly what they told me. So the fact that they believe in me and they're willing to give me those opportunities, that's all I need. Give me the opportunities and I'll make the most of it.
If you're able to speak to it, what does that ultimate plan for you look like of what they've discussed, what you'll look like in a Raging Cajuns jersey?
They have definitely talked about, I think there's 6 pitchers or 5. I think there might be 5, 6. Um So just knowing that in this day and age, it takes a staff to win a championship. It takes your whole team to win a championship. And defense really does win championships. So just knowing that their priority is the pitching staff, knowing that we're going to be playing in the Sun Belt, a very competitive conference where there's big hitters, there's heavy hitters, and you can't stay out there for long if you're getting hit. And that's the matter of the fact. So I just think that they are very intentional of what each pitcher's job is. Um, Definitely really cleared the air for me, but I think my job is just to get there. They said I would they can see me making an immediate impact. But of course, in fall, I have to prove myself. And I know that. I know I'm not going to walk onto campus and just own the place. And that's how it's always been. I'm very okay with proving myself because I know it's possible. So just being able to show out and get every opportunity in fall and not be able to capitalize on every opportunity and show that I belong there. I think that's all I need for the spring to show that I belong in these big games in the spring. I am your starting pitcher when we're playing LSU. And I've always been the girl who's ready for a challenge. I've never turned any hard thing down. Hardships are literally my middle name. So I'm okay with whatever load they put on me. My sophomore year, kind of the reason I got hurt was because I was just put on a very large workload. I was the only pitcher for 40 of the games. So I think just like being able to know it's a mental game as well. So just being able to know that I can do it. And I've always had confidence in myself. That's what's got me this far to to not settle for a JC late in my senior year, settle for a division 2 or one that I knew I didn't belong at. Just really having belief in the coaching staff and in myself, especially. I know it's going to get me as far as I need to go.
You talked about, playing with a lot of confidence and, embracing opportunities. Where does kind of that passion and drive that you have, where does that really come from?
I just think of it's a need of my competitiveness and knowing that if I put my mind to anything, I'm going to get it done. And just knowing that I have people in my corner to help get that done too. And I have so many people that believe in me. My last travel ball season that just unfortunately ended yesterday, I had put together a team of a lot of underclassmen that had to step up. And I told them that in the beginning of the season. This is my senior season. I know you guys have just got here. We're all meeting, but on the field, you guys have my back. And off the field, I don't care what goes on, but on the field, I have your back. You have mine. And just kind of I've always been a leader in some ways, but not necessarily like bossy, just like you lead as an example. And I have 3 older brothers, so that's kind of why I'm very competitive. And them pushing me around hasn't phased me. So I just having that want and will to win has helped me so much through life, especially through sports, but just so much in life. Just knowing that what needs to get done is going to get done. And my brothers have helped me. They're so supportive. I have so many people in my corner, but especially my brothers, just because one has played college baseball. So he kind of knows what it takes. And just knowing that I can do it. And if I say I can do it, I can do it.
I love it. I love it. You mentioned about the pitching staff that you'll be a part of. A lot of youth. I think Sage Hoover is the most experienced pitcher they have. Yourself, KG Favors, Emily Adams, and Sage Hoover or Bailey Mackles all come together collectively. And it's not a whole lot of experience. But what do you believe you bring to the table, and what your skill sets will also allow this pitching staff to be able to do once y'all get into competition?
I truly think that obviously in college, experience is key. And that's why, sometimes people take the junior college route to get recruited. But I think experience is really just all in your mind. And if you've been prepping in practice, and if you've been setting up these fake scenarios of 3-2 count, bases loaded, bottom of the seventh, every single bullpen of your life, like I have, getting there, like once you get to the big stage, it's going to be the same and maybe even less stressful just because I know I'm very hard on myself. As a pitcher, of course, everything has to be perfect. You can't miss anything a little to the right. You can't miss anything a little to the left. So, just me being a perfectionist, I think that's kind of what I bring, just knowing that I'm going to execute my pitches to my full potential, because I am a person who would die and ride on my team forever. That's kind of just how I've been. Sports has brought me so many sisters and so many people that I would die for. And just knowing that we're all playing the same game for the same reason because we love it is so like platonically romantic in my I think that way. And just because I also love sports, I think just seeing how big women's softball and college softball has got in the past few years and knowing that I'm going to be a part of that has made me so emotional and really driven me to become a top pitcher in college softball and to become that pitcher that, oh, she's pitching. I don't know how this game's going to go. And just really be able to dominate in the circle the way I know I'm capable of. I just think that's what I kind of bring, just confidence and knowing that I belong there. Because as a freshman, you're the newbie. Yeah, I was a senior last year, but now I'm the newbie and I do have to prove myself. But I'm okay with that. And I always knew that I was going to go to a top program like Louisiana. I always had faith that I was going to get there. So I'm not underprepared. I'm not overprepared. I think I'm perfectly right there in the middle of ready to get started when I get on campus. When I committed, I called Coach Kyle. I was like, "Is there anything you want me to do over the summer? Like, is there anything any workouts, anything?" He's like, "No, enjoy your time with your family. We will work when you get here." Like, I'm just overly eager to be a part of the great college softball world because I've grown up watching it. I've had so many experiences surrounding watching the games, being at the games that are core memories for me. And the fact that I'm going to be able to participate in maybe someone else's core memories and my core memories is just more than enough to keep me motivated to do my best on the field and to continue that confidence and that dog mentality that I'm better and you're not. And then for the other question, for us fitting together, I think that I did meet Bailey. She was there when I was on my visit, and Sage too. I love the bond. Me and my pitcher this past season were the only pitchers on the team. She's going to UPenn, and we were the only pitchers on the team. We're both seniors, so both our senior season. So we knew we were going to get a lot of innings, and we did not back down from the challenge. And just I knowing someone and knowing what they're going through makes you cheer for them even louder. So just knowing that we were in it together and no one was going to beat us. And if she did fail, I was right there and I had her back and I could go in the circle and shut it down. Or if I was struggling, I knew, okay, I just got to call it. I don't have my best game right now, but I know Itzel got me. And just having full belief in someone like that, and especially for my last season going into college where I know this staff is something special, and knowing that, it is a kind of big staff, but it's very strategic of what the coaches is exactly what the coaches wanted. We have KG coming from SC and Sage, a sixth year. I just think all of our perspectives are going to fit together perfectly. Mine as a newbie and just, fresh eyes, and Sage just like, I kind of talked about it with Sage too, just like, and coach. I really am I've meant a mentorable person, coachable, mentorable. Like, I love looking up to, college athletes, any MLB athletes, different athletes, because, they got there for a reason. They're there for a reason because they put in the work and they know what it takes. So just being able to learn from them is going to be so exciting because I genuinely have looked up to everyone in Division 1 college softball for so many years of my life, and the fact that I'm going to play alongside them is just so like exhilarating and so exciting. And I cannot wait to get to work and just to be able to get on campus and be able to be a part of a team that I know is going to be so special this year.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to say or add?
Um, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I got you. I got you.